How's it going, guys? This is JP Baker. I am here. I'm going to do my SmackDown review. First things first. I'm having issues trying to download this from home or from work, so I'm going to do it from home, and it's going to be more casual. It's not going to be professional, at least not for right now. Once I get more into it, I will do that. I just feel more comfortable being laid back when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I just want to throw out there. I had a live stream chat tonight. I think I'm going to do that every Monday and Tuesday. Um, it seemed I had fun tonight. People were asking questions, and interaction is good. Talking with friends is good when you're watching stuff sometimes. So SmackDown started out with the kind of this cookie cutter way. Did not care for it very much at all. The vignette again opened with, of course, Daniel Bryan, or sorry, not Daniel Bryan, but with Shane McMahon coming out and talking about his feud with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. How he dislikes and wants to get rid of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He wants to fire him. That's the whole story that's going on. So after SmackDown Live last week, Daniel Bryan did not fire them because he actually believes that they're two of the biggest stars in on the brand, and it's true. They are two of the bigger stars on the brand, and if you let them go, you're just making Raw that much better. So and again, Shane, of course, understood why Daniel Bryan did what he did. He said, "Fair enough." So Shane McMahon announced that we're gonna have a match again, just like last night. Same cookie cutter creative bullshit, right down the fucking middle again. A no disqualification match, which a lumberjack match is a no disqualification match. So in a sense, they might as well just redone a lumberjack match again. So they just wash, rinse, repeat, just like shampooing your hair. Wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, I don't know how many times you have to wash your hair in a fucking day, but whatever. So they promo lasted about 5 minutes, not as long as the one at SmackDown. And then they went to a commercial. The commercials weren't too bad tonight. They're a little better. I don't know who produces this show for SmackDown, but it's way better than Raw. There's a little better flow. A little better flow. It's not. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm not praising SmackDown for their show. If you see the camera bouncing, it's because I got it on my lap. I don't have a desk in my room. I'm on my bed in my room. My back's been kind of bothering me, but I figured I made a commitment to this, so I'm gonna do it. My phone's going off. I'm gonna have to mute it. Hold on a second, peeps. That way I don't get interrupted. So we have the next the next segment that we had here was the New Day versus Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. I didn't know who took the fall here, but reading it, I'm a little pissed off with who they pinned. Why, in God's creation? And I didn't see this because I was on the chat. I was doing a live chat and stuff. So while I was watching for a live reaction and talking, people are asking questions, which is good. That's what I like. I like interaction. They pinned Shelton Benjamin in this match. And I understand it's the New Day, and you want them to become 25-time 25-time World Tag Team Champions. I get it. I understand that. But when you pin Shelton Benjamin, Now you've just kind of fucking ruined him. Really, to be honest with you, I'm kind of upset by this. I did not realize it was a good match, but I didn't realize. I thought they were gonna pin Chad Gable because why not pin Chad Gable? I'm okay with pinning Chad Gable, but not Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, unless they're gonna break up Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable now. I don't know. It, it it's gonna happen sooner or later because I believe Shelton Benjamin deserves some sort of title run, a run at the main title. But he's there to help Chad Gable over. I think is what they're going for, which is fine. But you don't pin Shelton Benjamin. That was a mistake, I think. So this match, I don't know. I guess it was a good match, but I just wasn't into it. And then I find out that they pinned Shelton Benjamin. I'm glad. Well, I'm kind of upset because when I do a live reaction, I kind of react the way that any normal person would. I would flip my shit. I would have flipped my shit for sure if I would have seen who they pinned. I didn't. I didn't see it, so I apologize for that. But now that I see it, it's not fair. You don't do that to him, especially just coming back. You build him a little bit. And then there were just this show. I mean, this is thinking about it more and more. I had this show. I thought it was a pretty good show, but there were only like 4 matches, 5 matches, six. Yeah, 5 matches. One, two, three, four. 4 matches tonight. One, two, three, four, five. Five matches tonight. The next match, and I don't even know how long this match lasted. They're usually on SmackDown for some reason, and they are trying to build to Clash of Champions, but I don't know. This show just, now that I think about it, I wouldn't even give it a 5 out of 10. I would even drop it a point because of the pin on Shelton Benjamin. I did not notice that. That just frustrates the shit out of me. I'll be okay though. So then we move on to the. I didn't even pay attention to the promos that were cut at all. I really didn't pay any attention to them. They did talk about. I think they talked to the Hype Brothers. I really do. They talked to the Hype Brothers in the back, and then they came. Or it was after match. After the match. No, it might. I can't remember. Whatever. Let's move on. So they bring the next match was the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Hype Brothers. And this match had a shocker. And I was shocked when this happened. I was thinking they were going to go the other way, but they decided to go this way. So the match was really quick. It was a squash match. Harper and Rowan win this match in like 3 or 4 minutes. It was over. They do their power bomb that they do. Harper had a nice move. I like his. It's like Abyss's on TNA. It's like his. I can't think of the finisher now. I want to say it's the Black Mass or something. No, that's Aleister Black. The I can't think of what it's called. But it was like that. I love that move. That is the kind of move, like I said last night, that Finn Balor. Now I know he's not going to get 330-pound Kane into that move, but that's the kind of finisher that he needs. Something like that. There's a quick pin. Zack Ryder, when he got dropped on the finisher by Rowan and Harper, it looked like I'm starting to think that Zack Ryder, he hit the back of his head. It looked like Zack Ryder paints his hair brown or something, because he left a nice little like brown spot right in the middle of the ring. I thought for a second, did he dent the ring? And there's no way he could have dent the ring that hard. But it looked like he left like a brown spot of hair. Weird. So then after that, Dasha Fuentes, I think, no, Dasha Fuentes does SmackDown. Dasha Fuentes came in for an interview, and she asked Ryder, who remained positive, saying that they would be okay. They just have to build themselves back up, even though they've hit rock, at the bottom of the barrel. They'll be okay. Mojo Rawley hit him from behind and beat the shit out of him. I mean, kicked his loving ass. I mean, for the love of God, beat the shit out of him. And then he left him in the middle of the ring after that. Um, Pretty much it. Then they went to the backstage and they asked Mojo Rawley why. I don't know exactly what he said, but he pretty much, it was to the effect of, this team is over and now I need to move on and build me. This heel turn for Mojo Rawley, he needed it, but I don't know if he can make it. I like the move to give it a shot. It looks like they're taking a chance here, so I think SmackDown's kind of correcting itself. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still not sold on it, but we'll see. We'll see. It was a good move. At the first, it's like, oh, I like this. But we'll see. We will see. I am skeptical, but optimistic. Then we get this fucking guy. Not the guy he wrestled, but this other douchebag. This guy, I talked about this guy a little bit. Jinder Mahal has got to be the worst fucking superstar I have seen in many, many a year. So, this is a 2-on-1 handicap match. And if you're going to call it a handicap match, call it a handicap match. Don't have a 2-on-1 tag team match. Both guys in the ring, that's fine. AJ Styles literally manhandled these guys. There was a couple of times where, well, at the beginning, they started beating the crap out of AJ Styles. Mahal started beating on him for a little bit, and then even though that happened, AJ Styles and his resiliency, who I think is the best worker in the company, he's number one. He's the best. He can do it all. He can talk. He's not the best talker. You don't need to be the best talker, but you need to be able to talk. AJ Styles can talk. He has the best moveset. He can modify his moveset. And that's the difference between him and Finn Balor. Finn Balor is cookie cutter. AJ Styles can modify. He can do whatever. The match that he had with Brock Lesnar was good. He made Brock look really good. Brock Lesnar, actually, I think the match was like 15 minutes long, if I'm correct. And it was the best match of the night. At first, I had the I can't remember which match I had. I wanted to say not the tag match. Was it the first match? No, the first match wasn't. I think it was the tag match I said was the best. I don't remember, but it was either the tag match or the first women's match. The first women's match. I want to say that was it. Charlotte and Alexa were good, but it was, you could see the difference in the talent. Even though Alexa is getting better, but she's not as good as Charlotte is at all. So despite the pre-match shenanigans with the beatdown of AJ, he fought through it and he came back and he hit a Styles Clash from the second rope, nonetheless. And I love the Styles Clash. Styles Clash is another move right there. And again, I don't think he can get Kane into that. But another move similar to that he could use Definitely not the Canadian Destroyer because I think it's a god awful move. Even though it looks cool, but it's god awful. Because it's all about the guy doing the flip. It's not about the guy doing the finisher. It's all about the guy doing getting it done to him. He's the one that's got to flip. He's the one that's got to sell it. So it has nothing to do with the guy. But I think Finn Balor could pull that off as far as the finisher goes. I don't see it happening. So Sunil and Samir get beat in this match. He took one of the he did the Styles Clash to Samir on Sunil, who's right below the Styles Clash, and then he pinned him. Then after that, Mahal it looked like he was going to try to blindside AJ, but AJ, who is a genius in my book, got out of the ring. Then he turned on his teammates. And Jinder's finisher, the Cobra Clutch Slam, or the Colossus, he does not do it right. It's not even fucking close. This guy picks up his opponent, and he just like throws him in the freaking air and lets him go. It makes no fucking sense because you're not getting any impact really. If you want to get impact on this finisher, you go down with the guy. And not only that, you can fucking hurt somebody doing it. I didn't see the second Colossus, but he made the one that the first one, I want to say the first or second one that he did, I can't remember which one it was the most god-awful one. He threw the guy in the air, let him go, and then almost threw him right on the top of his fucking head. And it had no impact. Thank God he landed on his shoulder, because if he would have landed anywhere else, the guy would have hurt. The guy could have legitimately got hurt. So that match, I had nothing. I didn't even really watch it, all because it had to do with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is god awful. I can't stand watching the guy. He looks hideous. In fact, he looks like he actually did steroids today. He looks legitimately mad. Why would you want to look legitimately mad for no reason? I mean, he's trying to be a good actor, but it just looks so freaking horrible. It looks like he's got to take a shit. Either that or he's got kidney fucking stones. He's got awful. So then we go on. This is where we come back. And I don't know if they did this promo. Charlotte Flair and Naomi were in the back talking to each other. And how they were doing how they were going to be standing shoulder to shoulder. Charlotte Flair as a face is okay. I think she'd be better as a heel. She was getting better with her promos, but now she just sounded really robotic. In fact, Naomi sounded robotic. They all sounded robotic. Just terrible. God awful with the promo. And then the charisma vacuum shows up and ruins it. She ruined it. Charisma vacuum. That's Natalia. She's a charisma vacuum. So we're gonna get the exact same thing that we fucking got last night, except the exact opposite, where they actually had the match, but it was finished in a different way, but the same effect. So they come out, they go to fight. Let me take a drink here. Sorry, I'm drinking a beverage, guys. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. Whatever. So this new faction is called the Riot Squad. Okay. It's better than the Absolution one. I told you how I felt about the Absolution one. I still don't like it, but it is better than Team Bad or Team PCB or Team PMS or the Welcome Wagon. Who does that? That's just really lazy. Still lazy, but and I'm okay with it. It's better than, but I still don't like the name. Not a fan of it, but I get it. It's easy, and it kind of makes sense. This match had just, and I know they're green, and this is why I said they're green in the ring, and that's Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Ruby Riot's a little better. They're protecting her a little bit more, I think. This match started out alright, and then I kind of in the chat is still doing the whole live chat thing, so I really didn't pay attention to it. I did see look up, and every now I see Natalie's leaving. She goes, "I'm done with this," so she must have been getting her ass beat. I'm gonna have to start watching these shows actually, doing a live reaction, and actually watching the show and watching me react instead of responding to the chat all the time. But that's okay. I'm learning. I will learn to do that. Just give me time. So we're sitting there. I'm sitting there watching this, and Natalia leaves, which is kind of obvious because she. I honestly think that either she's done wrestling, or she's going to Raw here very soon. The only reason I say that is because she just said she was done with it. So there's going to be a storyline where she'll probably have her rematch with Charlotte. I don't know if they're going to do a rematch. I know they had one at Starrcade. Oh, and they finally, halfway through the show, they actually mentioned Starrcade. So I don't know what WWE is trying to do. We know that AJ Styles retained his title. We know that Charlotte Flair retained her title. I don't know what they had for title matches. I really didn't pay attention to it because it's not going to be on the network. We're not going to see it. So it was a waste of fucking time. This is just a glorified house show with a pay-per-view name on it. Another even fuller burial of one of WCW's great pay-per-view events that they did once a year, a lot like WrestleMania. So we move on. Now we're getting to the beatdown of Charlotte, and so they secluded Charlotte in the middle of the ring. They throw Naomi to the outside. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan started using the steel steps on Naomi on the outside, and there was two specific botches that I seen. One was when they took Naomi and threw her into the barricade. Sarah Logan went to throw her in the barricade, but she missed it. Like she lost her grip or whatever. And it looked like Liv Morgan came over at the last second and pushed her into the barricade. But in all actual reality, everybody knows Naomi threw herself into the barricade. The first botch, I did see I seen three noticeable. The very first, at the very beginning, Sarah Logan came out and she did like a foot stomp to the head, but it was more like a foot push. Like she came off the rope like she was gonna kick her in the head, and then she just stopped and pushed her with her foot. Makes no sense. It's like she held up. She held up twice. And I don't remember, I think it might have been Sarah Logan who body backdropped Naomi into the steel steps, and I think she legit hurt her head. Like she legit hit the steel steps. Like she legit smacked her head. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything. If they do say anything, I will let you know. And we'll go from there. So then they go back to Charlotte, which she was incapacitated. There was nothing. And apparently this must have been a no DQ because they used steel steps and there was no count out or anything. It was just like this match was all over the fucking place. like I said, SmackDown was a little better than Raw, but they still have too many flaws in their booking and stuff, in their storytelling. So they beat up on um, Charlotte, ended the match. In reading here, I am seeing the medical staff did come out and put Naomi on a backboard. So I don't know if she's legit hurt or if that's kayfabe. I honestly don't know. It could be. Um, Charlotte did kind of come back as being the tough champion that she is. That woman can work in a ring. I just wish she could talk a little better because I would so be sold on her. I don't care about her nude pictures. Um, a woman is a woman is a woman. She is a beautiful woman. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Yes, she looks like she's a bodybuilder, but some guys like that. I mean, whatever. Whatever. She's a gorgeous woman. I've seen the nudes, not gonna lie. She looks like she does have a botched boob job, though. I will say that. But she's still a very pretty girl. She keeps herself very well. She's in very good shape. Um, they got the 1, 2, 3. Did they get the 1, 2, 3? Um, yeah, they did. So they got the victory. This isn't a burial of Charlotte because she got beat up by 3 women. Um, she's not Asuka. If this was Asuka, it would have been a different story, and that's just the way they're building Asuka. But this, she did a wicked kick to the face, and that ended the match. 1, 2, 3. Definitely not a burial at all. And then we get Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a no DQ match, and you already know how this is going to end. They banned Sami Zayn from the ring, from the arena, but yet it's a no holds barred. So you know what's going to happen. Sami Zayn's going to come out. It's called lazy booking. Thank you, fucking creative. I talked about this yesterday. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This is the number one story right now on SmackDown. It's believable. It's better than what Raw's given us. And fucking Kane and Braun Strowman is not a believable story at all. Like I said, Kane's 50. I know that Randy Orton's in his 40, I think, or in his getting to his 40s, but he's still pretty athletic. He can still move in the ring. It looks like he can still go. Um, so they banned this match. Went out. So the only thing that this is a no holds barred match. If you're gonna have a no holds barred match, I'm thinking steel chairs, tables, kendo sticks, sledgehammers, those kinds of things. They didn't do any of that. I mean, they may have used the kendo sticks. I didn't see them use the kendo sticks, but they used a chair. And there's one move, and it was towards the end of the match. It was kind of I want to say it was a botch, or he held up because he was gonna full bore hit him, and he kind of held up at the end of it. They got up to the ramp. They're halfway up the ramp, and Randy Orton had his back to. This is when Sami Zayn came out. Sami Zayn came out and hit Randy Orton with the chair, and he hit him in the tuchus, which is the butt. Hit him in the butt. Hit him in his ass area. And Orton, who's a good seller, sold it like he got hit in the leg, but you could tell that it was a botch. It looked like a botch to me, anyway. So that's how that went down. Orton attempted to fight back though after that vicious attack. KO came back. They got back into the ring, and Orton started fighting back. He almost tried the RKO from out of nowhere, but KO blocked it, and cut his legs off from underneath him. He hit the apex. He hit Randy Orton in the face with a super kick, and then I don't know if this is going to be his new finisher. It's better than his pop up power bomb. I'd rather see him do the frog splash, and he finishes him off with the 1, 2, 3, and that was pretty much SmackDown. I gave it a 4 out of 10. I did have it at a 5, almost a 6, because it was a much better show than what we got yesterday. I mean, I gave Raw a 2 out of 10 because that show was just god awful. It was boring. It seemed like it lasted 6 fucking hours. But after seeing some of the stuff and only having this many matches and not being able to tell a story, I'm gonna cut it back to about a 4. I'm gonna just because, and plus the whole damn ending to the tag team match tonight. You don't beat Shelton Benjamin. You can't. You shouldn't. Yeah, somewhere down the line, but not right now. It's too early. He hasn't even been there, 3 months now? 4 months, whatever? I don't get it. So my rant tonight, I'm going to stick with creative again. Again, with creative, they act like they don't care. Why they give these names that are so obvious? Absolution, like I talked last night, Absolution isn't even what they want it to mean, to be honest with you. But the Riot Squad, it's the last name of Ruby Riot. You could be a little bit better, I think, but I can live with that. I mean, sure, Absolution sounds tough, but it's not. I don't, with the definition, I don't buy it anymore. They need to change it. But they can't now. They're stuck with it. They should have just a little better idea, a little bit better idea. Like I said, sorry about the bouncing camera. It is in my lap. I don't have a desk. I won't be getting one for a while. And I don't want to bother my family out there. They're watching TV. I don't want to listen to me talk about this stuff. They're not fans of it. Never have been. I am. They used to watch it with me, but they don't anymore, which is fine. It gives me something to do. I love watching. Like I said, I've been watching it since I was a little boy, so this is what I do. But back to the creative thing. I know yesterday I wasn't going to talk about or today I wasn't going to talk about Vince McMahon, I'm sorry. But you know what? Vince is creative. Fuckface is creative. Fuckface does not understand anymore what he is doing. It's a lot like Dom Capers for the Green Bay Packers. He has no concept of what his job is anymore. Vince McMahon needs to slow down, step away, and let Triple H run the show. And I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself from last night, but that's okay. Because it needs to be said over and over and over and over again. So these casual fans understand that us smart marks know what this company is capable of. I get into fights with people all the time about Roman the Shield and how they're so glad to see them back and how they're going to run roughshod over the WWE. And all I can tell, I can tell them only so much until I'm blue in the face that I just want to watch them. I can't wait until they break up again. Are you gonna see all the sad face emojis? I'm just gonna laugh, and then I'm gonna do a bunch of 280 character emoji, fucking rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off, um, and then say, "See, I told you so." Because I think all of us have been saying that. All those smart people and casual fans have just got to learn that. I, I'm not saying that they don't enjoy the product, but don't think that what you're telling me makes any sense, because it don't. What WWE is doing makes no fucking sense. You have a superstar in Roman Reigns, like I said, who can work in the ring. He can wrestle. The guy can't talk. You want him to be your number one guy. You have tried 4 fucking times to put this guy over, and you can't fucking do it. You have millions and millions of dollars, and yet you can't put a guy over in your company. You could pay for his acting lessons. Be a good idea. He gets paid. He could pay for them himself. Require these guys to go to fucking acting school. Period. Instead of making them work 300 days a year. Give them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off so that they can go and learn how to act. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about acting. Yes, you need to do your workout in the gym. You need to hit practice in the ring. I get all that. But even college football players, they have to sit in a fucking classroom for 6 hours a day sometimes, and then go to practice or do it in the morning. And then they have a football game on Saturday. They travel too. Yeah, it's only for 13, 14 weeks out of the year. It's not 300 days, but that's a Vince McMahon, I'm sorry, fuckface's thing. So creative has got to figure out, like I said yesterday, they've got to figure out how they're going to fucking do this. If that involves telling Vince, somebody's got to stand up to the guy. That's just the bottom line. Can't, if he fires you, he fires you. Maybe he'll find somebody better. But somebody's got to say. If it was me, I would say, you know what, I am better at. Yes, Vince has been doing this all his life. He's built this company up. He was very good at what he did. He has the final say so, because it is his show. It is his baby. It's his life. I get that. He's got to have trust in those guys to make a decision. But Hollywood writers and creative don't work, because they're just. You seen it tonight with the Fashion Files thing. I forgot to mention that. They're doing vignettes of fucking movies that we have seen numerous fucking times, and they're like word for fucking word. They did an Aliens reference when he leaned over, when Tyler Breeze leaned over, and Fandango's like, "Get it out of me!" That's an Alien reference. Be original. Not that fucking hard. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that I can do it, but if you give me time, I could think of something. I mean, I wouldn't just sit there and do a Saw reference, a vignette. Sure, the Fashion Files thing would work. It's getting boring, lame, because now they're just referencing shows. At first, they were referencing like Special Victims Unit, X Files. And this, it has nothing to do with fashion. Fashion. What do you mean, Fashion Files? I know that's who they are. That's their gimmick. They're all about fashion. But where is this leading? We did get the little reference to the. We got a silhouette of probably the person that is running the show, that is doing this whole thing to these guys. I don't know if it's the Bludgeon Brothers, but I think they're involved in it. I think it's somebody else, but I don't know. We're soon to find out. Not gonna lie. But creative's got to get better. They have not done their job at all. It's pretty much all I got. I kept this one under an hour, which is good because I had to redo this review, the Raw review, 3 times because I kept going over an hour because I'd start talking about something and then I'd go off on a tangent, which I did a little bit here tonight, but I'll get better. I promise, guys. Comment below, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up on the like button. And I will talk to you all later. And also, I'm going to be doing a live chat on Sunday on YouTube. So please join me for that. I will put that out there, and it'll go out on Twitter as well. Excuse me, which by the way, my Twitter is at jpbaker, jpbaker91. My email is jeremy.p.baker1972 @gmail.com. I'm looking forward to talking to you. I'm looking forward to interacting with you all. Somewhere down the line, I'm hoping to get more fans, and I will talk to you all later. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw something out there for you tomorrow. If I have any news on the Naomi situation, I will for sure let you know. But I will talk to you later. Y'all have a good night. Peace.